too. Because the
Yay!
last one was Damn Vincent Part 1.
Dang.
Fair enough.
Hello, darlings and dears of the internet. Welcome back to DieRole.
Woo! When is it gonna be? Damn it,
Hello.
Veronica. Come on.
I don't know. Let's
I'm
see what kind of
surprised it
chaos.
hasn't been Damn It Ahsoka yet.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's fair.
Well, Ashoka is currently a wooden block. You know what it
Very
is?
true.
Ashoka is chaotic in such a way that it removes himself from the narrative rather than that steers the narrative towards a different course, which is what has
Yeah, but
occurred.
sometimes it's too far removed, like when he
This
turns
is
into
true.
Mist.
When he turns into various elements. Yes.
Yes.
All these things. Okay. Alright, so to my lovely players, what do we all remember from last time? This is going to be a group effort. I'm not going to call on anyone because it's been 2 months.
Puzzle.
Puzzle.
Time.
What's the
Time.
puzzle?
Doppelgangers.
Doppelgangers.
Onicus.
Are we going to smash the object at end of the stint, or are we going to
Mm.
keep going?
You had already smashed it at the end of last session.
What?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, we did.
Please,
Mhm.
somebody catch me up.
It was like the
Okay.
last
Yeah,
thing we did.
So,
you weren't there last session, were you?
I don't remember.
general overview. So let's start from the beginning of this. Y'all were having some issues on an island. Y'all summoned Iris, because you like Iris,
Yay!
and you because that.
And we went into a book.
Yes. Told you
Yes.
she was having trouble discerning what was going on with these journal pages that were burned off or funky in the journal of the previous oracles.
Bottle episode.
Yep.
No such thing. I should have known better.
Such thing.
Our version of a bottle episode.
Yes.
4 months instead of 2
The One
years.
Piece version of a bottle episode. Yes.
Okay. So upon entering, you attempted to stealth behind the people that you were watching in the book, which included, at that time, a human with white hair, face markings, blue eyes, who had a lot of clothes evocative of a wolf, named Drax, a paladin of Paylord named Chiponicus Dupont, otherwise known as Chip, the oracle herself, known as Taya the druid, a tiny goblin rogue known as Tony. Upon entering into a battle with a beholder, y'all kind of became seen by each of these people, and as you were seen, you kind of got absorbed into their bodies and took on their powers, leaving us with Vorgana as Chip. Yes?
Oh. Yes.
And then Vincent became Drax.
Yep.
And then Randor became Tony.
Boy.
In one of my favorite bits of happenstance to come out, leaving Darius as himself, Pam as herself, because she was not in the original party that came down here. However, upon venturing further into this area, you began to learn a little bit more that it is largely
Iris
influenced
also
by...
became Taya.
Iris became Taya. Thank you, that is what I was forgetting. Iris became Taya. So, as you ventured further in, you began to understand little bits more and more that this place was largely influenced by an artifact in the shape of a kind of large timepiece, which seemed to be manipulating the flow of time around you. And I think it's just like a bro-y voice is the voice for Chip. Somewhere between a bro-y voice and a, aha, yes, here. But anyhow. Discovered that this artifact has been messing with the time within this journal, which may be leading to partially what's wrong with the pages. In addition to this, and partially relation to this, you all fought duplicates of yourselves that were trapped in the journal, so alternate Tayas, alternate Tonys, alternate Chips, and Draxes, etc. This continued until you eventually started to see that there was an even wider variance among the duplicates that you were seeing than you had originally understood. You eventually came across a group of the party in here who was much older, And in the midst of all this, it became evident that something having to do with Taya, who is the Oracle, which is why Iris is inhabiting Taya. Vincent, as Drax, made the choice,
Wait,
or
I'm
rather,
hearing fax machine noises again. I can't really hear.
Hey, the faxes too.
yeah, that's better. Thank you. Vincent,
Sorry, y'all.
No worries.
whilst inhabiting Drax, understood that in a few instances it seemed as though Taya's life, and therefore possibly Iris's life, had been in danger due to the machinations of the artifact or the different versions of themselves that were making their way through this book. And in an attempt to thwart that, Harrison made the choice to manipulate the universe overall and made it so that in order for every Taya who has ever been to continue to be alive, every Drax who has been alive will now never have existed.
Okay, that's not exactly the wording I used. You decided to translate it to that, but that's a discussion for another time.
This is what has happened based on what you rolled with what you wanted to do.
Yes.
Yes.
All I know is I remember there was friend, and now there is no friend. I don't remember
Yes.
his name.
And
True.
there are some of you who remember and some of you who don't remember that Drax existed.
Okay.
For instance, I remember that Pam, I'm pretty sure, was aware,
Okay.
along with
Okay. No.
Iris.
Okay. No, I'm playing D&D with Danielle and all her friends.
Hello.
I'm playing D&D with Danielle and all her friends.
Hi,
Hello.
Grandma.
We're playing on the computer.
Hi.
I don't think she can hear us.
Oh
We're
my
being
god, it's
interrupted
so
by
cute.
her.
Let's let this happen.
We all don't want to
Okay.
talk over Granny's granny.
Oh my gosh.
The truest granny.
The ultimate form.
Granny Prime.
Granny Prime.
Alright. Dad, is Grandma out of the room?
Yep.
Okay. So, that's about as much. Oh! Actually, there was a little bit more. So, since then, I'm also just rambling about as much as I remember. Feel free to add on and jump in with anything
Dog
else.
person. I remember dog person.
There was a
Wolf
person.
person?
Wolf person was Drax. Drax
Yes.
in one of the other timelines was just a very big wolf.
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Yes. That Drax also does not exist anymore.
Oh.
Sorry.
Ouch.
That's not a. Listen.
Ow.
Editor, play
Whatever,
back the
Granny.
clip of exactly what I said, and you'll see.
Objection to the DM.
And then zoom in on whatever it is that Max rolled. And then we can talk about it.
I'm
God.
pretty sure it was a 6, but
It's possible
Okay.
that it was a 6, but that may have been that it was more effective even than you had understood it would have been. But in any
Sure.
case. So you were negotiating with a slightly older Taya, who was a cleric in this version. And you eventually came down to this larger puzzle that appeared to be stuck. There was also, let's see, I believe there were a couple of alternate chips, that's why there's so many red things. And there were...
There's too many of me. There's too many of me. There's too many of me.
Yeah, and then there was, I guess it was alternate Tonys? No, there was... There had been a Taya who was dead that was now alive, in addition to Iris, who is also alive. And then... Why are there 3?
Well, she got stabbed one time.
She
Oh.
did get stabbed one
That's
time.
why.
What about that?
yeah, that's why I did the thing.
That's
And
why
now
he
I
did the thing.
don't want to take responsibility for my actions.
Wow.
You had a good intention at heart. That's always what happens. It's always involving Iris, and it's always with a good intention. Okay.
Jeez.
We're gonna talk about this later as a die roll trope of the day of things that Vincent chooses to do.
Yeah.
Okay. But you discovered this puzzle after Vincent had disappeared. Now, Vincent, you disappeared into an extra dimensional bubble.
Yes.
What do you remember about that?
I am now watching everybody through a WandaVision-esque TV
Yes.
that can also change channels and see what other people are doing, such as Greg.
This is true. This is true.
But I've met Dex again,
Mm-hmm.
and then Dex
Oh
did a
yeah.
creepy thing. I don't remember exactly what it
Wait,
was, but
is Dex the one with the sonic voice?
yes,
Right.
that I will refuse
This
to
is
do
all
ever
over
again.
confirmed.
And then
Hashtag Dex is all over.
Dex has gotta go fast.
Dex actually got very upset at being equated with Oliver earlier.
Yeah, that's what it
Oh
was.
yeah,
Creepy.
okay.
Very
And
creepy.
then also the now Vincent, who is walking around somewhere on the actual island with the Hellwind mask firmly on his face.
Mhm.
So I believe that about catches us up.
Wait,
Yes.
where are my panthers?
You were in the middle
Where
of
is
your own.
where is Jacques? Where are my animals?
Okay.
Huh?
So do you remember how you got
Where's
your pin?
Joseph Maxwell Swanson?
Yeah,
You were from a like mirror house dream room
Yeah.
that the island brought you into that you then walked through and you were with your party again. Since you did not have
yeah.
your animals
Pam
with
doesn't
you
like to talk
then-
about trauma.
I know.
Just don't mention Pam's trauma.
Okay.
Mirrors don't exist.
Mirrors are an illusion.
Yeah.
Interesting.
But
Pam,
may
come look
think-
at this giant mirror with us. No, I'm just kidding.
this is
You
this
may
is-
think you're being vague, but you're just giving us more clues as to what Pam's backstory is.
The new member of our party, giant mirror.
the new member of our
Played by
party.
Nick.
Pam
Giant
just-
mirror with circus music playing behind it for no apparent reason. It's just the mirror from us. Anyway. Okay.
Stop!
It made me
Stop.
think of the Netflix series. Which one is it? I forget what it's called.
Black Mirror?
It's not Haunting of House Hill. It's the other one that was by the same Bly Manor, I think.
Yes.
And there's a person who's afraid of mirrors.
Oh
Or-
yeah. Danny
But
still needs to
anyway.
watch that. Anyway, yeah.
Yes.
Okay. That's why you don't have your animals. Because you did not have
Yeah,
them
well,
in
that's
your
not a good
dream
enough
state.
reason. So
Well,
let's
you
get out of
have
here
an
so I
Oliver
can go
roll.
back to my Panthers.
Also, remind
Right.
everybody you, in addition to your D&D mechanics, you have access to whatever characters whose bodies you currently inhabit, whatever powers they have. And this is the other thing. Ryan, you are currently inhabiting a version of Tony that is a wizard. So he steals Darius's character sheet.
Right.
What?
That's right.
Can't steal my sheet.
Just means that he uses it in addition, that's all.
How come I can't see my sheet?
If you go to the second tab up top and click on Darius, you will. I'm also going to post it in the Discord chat, both so you and Ryan can see it. Yep.
Well, that would be nice. That way it'll mess with the sheet.
So these are the states. And then I will let you... I will show you the... Windows Shift S to screenshot.
Is there a version of this party of people that are all Darius?
Oh my god.
Possibly.
No, there's only one Darius in the whole group.
That's
Mhm.
true.
There can only be one.
Oh my god.
No one could ever live up to Darius's potential.
That's
Okay.
true.
Are there any other questions or anything else that y'all remember that you want to add before we jump back in?
But did you guys say that I had already crushed the timepiece or not?
That
I
was
Oh,
thought
my
that
yeah.
was the last.
understanding.
I
don't remember
think
that.
that was like the last like thing that happened in the session.
If
It
you
was like the cliffhanger.
want to roll to see whether you did it or not, you can. But I thought you had.
Editor, play back the clip.
That's what I wanted to do. So that's cool.
Okay,
Cool.
timepiece is smashed. Okay. So the last thing that happened is that when we came down here, the timepiece in its current resting place, you just stomped on it.
That's what I was planning on. Yeah.
Okay. I need you, Darius, along with Iris, who is Taya, and Cleric Taya, to roll wisdom saving throws, please.
Oh God.
Wait, is there a reason why I'm not?
You are the red square, I believe, and you're all the way over here.
Okay, they're over there. Okay, gotcha.
Yes.
Am I
They're
about to be
around-
furious at Darius too?
Yeah.
Probably.
Pam,
I mean,
think
when are
you're-
you not furious with all of us? Let's be honest.
True. You're right. When you're right,
But-
you're right.
For good reason, though. I mean, like,
Yeah.
we're not making great decisions.
Uh-huh.
Oh yeah.
And then I
Good
can't
decisions, bad decisions, they're all the same.
So let me check what Iris's saving throw is. Yada-da-da-da. Iris, what is your wisdom saving throw? That's not bad, my girl.
Wait, don't they get +5 because I'm with them?
Oh,
If you're
true.
within 10 feet of them, are you within 10 feet? I don't think
Yeah.
so.
Why
Wait, are
wouldn't
you
I
even
be?
there?
Why
Okay,
wouldn't I be?
Let's relabel these. Okay, I believe that this filled in red square is Chip Chuponicus DuPont, otherwise known as Vorgana. I think that this tilted red square is Pam, next to Chip.
Tilted red square. You mean the diamond?
Yes, please. I believe that
So-
these two are the extraneous chips.
Okay.
I believe that I think this one is you, Rendor, this gray square, this like dark gray square, which means this one must be another Tony next to you,
Uh-huh.
which means
Oh,
that these
okay.
are two Tayas, I think. I don't fully remember.
Are you pointing?
I'm clicking on things. Let's see, where's my pointer?
Amazing.
Yeah, I can't really see.
Blah, blah, blah.
That's Rendor, right?
Yes.
Is that showing up for you guys?
Yeah,
Yes,
I see
it
that.
is.
And this is alt Tony.
Oh,
So this is,
or real time.
that's you, Pam.
That's me.
That's Morgana. These are some alternate Tayas.
Uh-huh.
These are some alternate chips. This is the artifact.
So they are
that got
next to me.
smashed. No. This is
So
Iris
they are
Taya.
next to me.
This is Darius. And then this is Cleric
What?
Taya.
Can I run over there? When I hear the smash. When
Can
I hear
run
the
over there too?
smash. Can I run over there?
Both of you roll athletics checks. If you get above a 15.
Oh, athletics.
Can I run over
Ooh,
there?
Baby. Ooh, baby.
I need
Plus
to be
eight.
over there
Into
to give them the
that
advantage.
the Dex is projecting the universe onto. Okay, so that you are not
Sorry,
able to
give
run
me
over
1
there in
second.
time. Morgana, you
Ooh,
are.
How's that?
You are able to run
No,
over in
that's real
time.
Yeah.
funny.
However, you being able to run over in time just means that you also have to make the wisdom saving throw.
Oh
Oh no!
no! Wow,
Okay.
I see how it is.
What's my wisdom? Let's
Does
see.
Pam get a little bit closer at least?
I will give you that. So Pam like
Ooh.
runs over here, and then trips as Morgana brushes past her.
Oh
Is
no.
that not
So
within 10
it's a
feet?
wisdom saving throw?
No. Yes, it's a wisdom saving throw. I apologize, I don't have a grade because I have this big
Oh,
circle,
baby.
but
Oh baby. How's a 17?
A rump.
okay, I'm gonna make one for Pam. Or I'm not Pam, for
Rolling very
Iris.
poorly.
And then Darius, I need you to make one as well. That's awful.
Oh my
Okay.
gosh. Are you kidding me?
Oh.
Do I make one as an omniscient observer?
Stop!
A saving
No,
throw to avert your gaze.
I'm
That's
afraid
actually
that
a
you
legitimate
don't.
question.
I'm afraid that you don't. Are you still just watching with Dex, or after his last outburst, are you still just like?
No,
Okay.
I'm just watching. I am watching, but I'm also very shook.
Okay,
It's scary.
that's fine. Okay. So
Can
Darius, can you
can
roll a wisdom
Greg not make
saving
a
throw?
wisdom throw?
Gregnut is not here. Would you like to make a wisdom saving throw, Darius?
Greg is kind of everywhere.
Troy, I think you should roll for me because it's just a picture on my screen.
Oh.
I don't
That's
know.
fine. Okay. So wisdom saving
Yeah,
throw
as
for
long as
Darius.
Natalie's here, Greg
Pardon
can
me?
come back.
I'm gonna use my Oliver roll to make Greg not be there.
No.
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 No,
Why
I'm
would
not
you put him in danger?
gonna
Okay, so
Yeah, Gregnut can come after this arc.
so
God.
Vorgana, you just succeeded. Iris failed. Darius failed. I'm going to roll for cleric Taya. Where is
No.
Taya?
Oh no.
This is terrible.
Worried about Iris Taya.
She's all right. She's
What's gonna happen?
22. She also makes
That
it.
one though?
That was Iris.
Ooh, sick.
Nice.
That was it.
Iris.
Okay, never mind.
Iris did. No.
Well, no, Iris Taya did fail.
Okay.
Regular cleric Taya is the one who succeeded.
No.
Switch those.
No, Iris's wisdom saving throw is not as high as Taya's.
Yeah, so I'm saying.
Who was the nat one?
Oh my God.
Iris. I should just. I'll
Iris,
call her.
no!
I'll just start calling her
my
Iris, and I'll
God.
start calling the cleric, like older Taya because she is older.
Taya. We're
Okay,
just Taya.
okay.
Okay, but there's two other
Iris
Taya.
and
Okay.
Taya, yeah, that's fine.
Oh, that's fair.
Yeah, there is multiple.
There's several.
Yes, because that was somebody's divine will. Max. Anyway.
Kind of.
Wow.
Wait, for
That's so
Iris?
funny.
Editor, playback.
You say this.
Wait, summoned Iris? I think I did it. I think it was me and Max that were like, it's a good idea, and then I did it.
You both wrote together,
And now
actually.
I'm like, why did I do that?
I think that you may have
No,
given.
it was
Maybe?
you.
Okay.
It was you and Darius who brought Iris there.
Oh,
I wasn't
okay.
part of that.
Yeah.
It was me and Darius, okay.
Hmm.
Why did I do this?
Okay,
Thank you,
Iris
guys.
killed.
Thank you.
so
Because we like Iris.
Enough to get her killed from this.
Nah, she'll be fine.
Okay,
Right?
okay.
Oh my God.
Hope so.
Right, Granny?
okay,
Granny,
Right,
So-
Granny?
so for the two of you that failed, which includes Iris and Darius, there is a large burst of arcanic energy from the exploded artifact on the ground that kind of pushes through you in an almost semi-radiant burst that makes it feel as if you're seeing every color along the chromatic spectrum at once, at the same time that you feel like you are falling and rising, and it's as if the very aspect of the... Oh, I like this. Dad, pick heads or tails? What'd you say?
Tails.
Tails. Okay.
Tails never fails.
Whoa. It's gonna fail.
Heads. Alright.
Oh.
I'm taking a screenshot to put in the chat so you know I'm not goofing you.
Don't
Okay.
you go goofing
You
us.
better. Yeah, you better not move it.
Don't you go goofing now.
So, as this
Goof on out of
happens,
here.
No.
there is a part of you and a part of Iris that is tethered now to what this artifact was and the purpose that it served. So, with that in mind, since you chose tails and it flipped up to heads, Darius, what you see is a never still, ever changing line that you can't tell if it's similar to a sine wave or if it's similar to the trajectory of some kind of a rocket, or if it's a kid's scribble. And as you try to kind of glance around you, it's like you're seeing every possible variation at once of everything that everyone in this room could be, in addition to all the things in this room that they have been, will be, or could be if interacted upon by every other person in this room. It's an overwhelming amount of knowledge, and I want you to make a Constitution saving throw.
Oh my
Oh
god.
no.
And also, I would like
Okay,
going to
go
have
ahead.
And Pam try to get closer again.
Yeah, can I try to
Sure.
crawl on
Since
the
you see
ground?
this happening, you can just move closer. It's not a timed event since it's not in response to the smashing. But go ahead. So that means you will
Okay.
get a +5, Pam. Is that correct?
Yeah.
So Constitution, which is great because otherwise.
But
you'd
I'm
be the
pretty
minus
sure
1.
that I could tell the difference between. I'm pretty sure I could tell the difference between a sine wave and any just burst of stuff
Okay. Well, it's like someone's.
because
Maybe it's
know
cosine wave.
physics.
It's like someone took a sine wave and inverted the way that it behaves to such a manner. It's like they twisted and turned it until it no longer was a sine wave, but it still claimed to be, and it's now twisted like a garrote wire. So all this information is so overwhelming that you kind of fall to the ground for a moment, and I'm going to do the same for Iris. What's her Constitution? Probably also bad. Let me look.
This is so bad.
It is also bad. She has the same Constitution as you, Darius, a -1.
Oh my god.
Okay, so
But
both
plus
of you,
4, +5.
that was a +5. That's why she has +4.
Oh, it was. Oh, never mind.
It's okay.
Okay.
Damn.
So both of them kind of collapse to the ground, staring up the ceiling. If anyone wants to kind of investigate them to see what's going on, please
I
feel free
pick
to.
or okay, I'm
I would
gonna
like to-
investigate, and if it looks good enough to like pick them up, I want to try and grab them.
Yeah.
But let me make an investigate first.
Investigation's +3.
Nice.
But
I'm
don't forget, I have that chromatic orb thing that takes away some of the damage all the time.
Yes. So you're not being damaged right now. You're just mentally overwhelmed.
Oh, come on.
Okay.
Aw.
So you're also investigating
What is
Rendor.
happening?
Yeah.
Do you just pass out, Veronica?
I'm
You're
just
so
like
overwhelmed.
I'm like about to grab them, and or I don't know. I think whatever Granny wants, but honestly, whatever is going on with them, I think the opposite is either I'm going to grab them because they look like they're okay, or
You grab them.
whatever's the worst option.
So they fall to the ground because they're overwhelmed. They're not physically harmed, but you're convinced they're within an inch of death, and so you pick them up and you like pick Iris up and you start to shake her.
No.
Pam and Rendor, you can
Yes.
clearly tell that they're a little bit like. You can clearly tell that they're a
Iris,
little bit
Dog.
confused. Iris, no. Yeah. Okay. Darius, and Morgana, if you'd like to make an Arcana check. Pam, are you also investigating the artifact or just the people? Same for you, Rendor.
Both.
Okay.
Yeah, if the people seem stable, then I'll move to the artifact.
Yeah.
It does seem stable. It's
Give me
fully
1 second on that
crushed.
Arcana.
Okay. It does appear to be stable. It's looking as though it is fully smashed, like the face of it, which was basically a smaller version of this same clock, but with proper numbers instead of these weird words. It's still emanating almost like a faint glow, just from where it's touching the ground and interacting with it. But it doesn't appear to be active anymore. Like the arrow hands are all bent. The numbers are crunched into the ground. And okay, Arcana. Anyone else who would like to roll Arcana may as well. And if you want to roll Arcana with Darius's stat, Rendor, please feel free to. So,
Darius is
Ooh.
good.
But yeah, I forgot your
Wow. Nice.
Jeez. Okay, I'm gonna roll it with Darius.
okay, let's
Nice.
see. Magical investigating. Da 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 da. Yo!
Whoa!
Alright.
What?
What
Two
the
natural
Yeah,
heck?
20s.
I know
nat 20s all
everything about
around.
magic.
Yeah.
I
What the heck?
understand. Believe.
You believe in magic.
Ryan, roll 1d6 for me, actually.
Oh my gosh.
D6.
Ooh.
What the
Alright.
heck?
Nice.
Two
Nice.
modifiers.
One
Exciting.
of us. One of
One
us.
of us. One of us.
Okay.
Hmm.
Okay. I will say, that is such a good roll at such a clutch time. On Rendor's actual character sheet, give yourself an extra +1 to Arcana forever.
Ooh.
Whoa.
Fancy.
That's
Nice.
cool.
Nice.
Wonderful.
Okay.
Nice.
So, with you all investigating this together, kind of working together with the insights that you're able to tell, the magic that was contained within this artifact, once it was freed from it, two things became abundantly clear. It did not simply dissipate as you might have expected. The enchantment was not gone, it simply transferred. And it clearly transferred into Darius and Iris. The other thing that you've noticed, from the way that even still the physical artifact is interacting with the ground beneath you, to the way that Darius and Iris were literally kind of pulled to the ground here, this artifact was, and the new form of it still is, linked to whatever this place is, perhaps as some kind of a controlling mechanism, because of the ways that the construction is the same and the way that the kind of magical energies are reverberating throughout this room. And I will say, because there's 23, 22, 29, the other thing that you're able to tell, after a brief investigation, the kind of magic, the school is somewhat undefinable because it is an action of manipulating so many other things just in relation to time. But there are two, is that the right word? Dichotomous and elements of time that should be inharmonious, but do coexist. And you're able to kind of observe, after hypothesizing a little bit amongst yourselves, what those are. And that is order and chaos. So, into one of your friends, one has fleed. Into the other, the other. What once was controlled by this artifact now lives. Your friends are now the controllers that the artifact would have been in relation to this puzzle, in relation to this grand room within a strange journal, within a universe that isn't your own. So, with all that being said,
Huh.
what would you like to do?
Tournicus goes, it's just as I suspected, even though he was one of the people that thought it was a good idea to smash it.
Wow.
So slowly, Darius and Iris, with Chip's help, you're able to stand up from the ground. You're still a little bit dazed, but you're able to handle it a little bit more. Darius, as of right now, it kind of feels like you're looking at everything through 3D glasses. Like you can see slightly alternate visions of things even as they're going on around you.
Is it kind of like the glasses that we look at for the map?
A little bit,
Does it kind
but
of look
it's
like
more,
that?
but it's more constant, and it's almost like a screen glitching over and over, kind of like.
Oh no!
So
That's not pleasant.
Oh, okay.
Well, guys, what are we doing?
So I would say, good point there. I want to read the comic book, and I want to read that journal.
Darius, we're
I
in
think
the
I have the
journal.
comic book.
Yeah, we are. We still are in the journal.
Unless you mean hers? And she points to the older Taya.
Yeah.
Taya, can we see that journal, please?
The older Taya, I don't think y'all remember from last time. She was like hunched on the ground and like, oh no. But upon hearing you call her name, she kind of looks up at you and she goes, "You have no idea what you've done. Neither do I."
Kind of
So,
think we do.
I'm gonna try to persuade her. I like kind of like go down on one knee and like put my hand on her shoulder and go like, we could still get out of here. You just need to help us.
you think getting out of here is the point? Go ahead and roll a persuasion check.
Oh goodness. Okay. Come on, Chaponicus.
Come on.
I have a +8. Don't fail me now.
Nice.
Dang, nice.
Oh.
She kind of looks at your hand and then sighs, and she reaches around and takes her notebook, which is in like this fine white cotton, but it's clearly been kind of it's gotten dirty over the years because she's been here a lot longer than the others. She hands it over to you. I suppose it doesn't matter
Okay.
anyway. And she kind of looks at Iris and Darius, and then back at you. If your goal is to get your friends out of here, then I suppose you're going to have a rather rough time after what transpired. And she just kind of she also seems to be in a bit of a daze, not because of what happened with the artifact, not because of a magical reason, but just because she's in a state of oh no, and she like slowly walks towards the upper end of the minute hand and just kind of looks at the wall.
Oh my god.
Just like kind of looking at her concerningly, but I'm like, well, that's gonna have to wait. And then I go bring the journal to.
Well, anyway.
Mm-hmm.
We'll take care of that sooner rather than later. But right now, yeah, I don't give Darius the book because I don't know if like if he touches it, what's gonna happen. I kind of just like hold it up. Then like if Darius tells me to turn a page, I'll turn a page.
Okay, so what are you looking for in this journal, Darius?
I want to see where the pages were torn out
Okay,
or burnt or whatever it was that happened to them.
okay. So
To see what that does now.
So you're looking to see if those same torn out pages exist in this other woman's book.
Correct.
Okay. So
I'm trying to piece the story together.
So as Chip flips through those pages for you to try and find where they might be burnt, instead of seeing the pages progress throughout the book, you see it as though the same page is flipping 8 times, then 16 times, then 32, then 64 times over, all within the span of a second consecutively as it goes. And the pages that you see turning is not the actual pages turning of the book that Chip is showing you. You see the pages turning, and as it turns, it becomes the page of the book from the roguish Taya that you met earlier. It becomes the page of the book from the druid Taya that you met earlier. And again, and again, and again, and again. And as it turns, you just see the same page kind of repeating, and each page has slightly different text. Sometimes it's in different languages, different hands. It's a different color, it's a different paper texture, but it does not seem to be progressing in the way that you wished it to be to the point in the book that Iris had.
Interesting.
So, Iris, could you let me see your book for a second? Hold the books up next to one another and go through them.
I could, but all
So
I have
we can
right
see.
now is... I could, but all I have right now is Taya's journal. It's not bad yet. It won't be bad until the consecutive form of events that caused it to take place wherein the time loop is created within this journal, which we are currently constricted in some form or another, though that is currently in a state of flux, but if there are 18 different paths out of it, then the way that She just kind of stops. Oh.
Okay.
That's new.
What's new?
I can can see, it's kind of like building blocks. If I do this, then this will happen, and then that will cause this other thing to happen, which could have a potential to cause this other thing to come about. But if that were the case, then there would also be these potential drawbacks. And there are stagnant events that cannot be avoided here, there, and in the timeline 2 steps to...
Okay, Iris, explain it to me like I'm a dumbass.
I think... Did you explain to her and Darius what you learned through your Arcana checks?
Yeah, I would have. I would have said something.
I think I'm the order of time, and Darius is the chaos.
Ooh.
Gotcha.
So I don't know how that
Interesting.
works
Now-
because I'm already an oracle. So that's a disturbing premise.
Let's try to make it. Is there any of these time thingies that you're talking? These wormhole thingies that you're talking about? Where we just escape scot free, and you don't mess with the time anymore?
I don't think so. However, you and your friends do tend to have capabilities beyond even what I can see. However, from what I can
Not in
tell,
front of Rendor.
I'm sorry.
I like
don't
look
know.
over to find to look.
Randor is okay. You can hear all of us also, Randor. Um.
I'm just like looking at Rendor, just like, oh my god, hopefully he didn't hear.
Do I know which person the chaos went into and which person the order went into, or is
Yes.
it just kind of a dispersed? Yes.
That's what Iris just realized. She became order, and Darius became chaos.
That makes sense.
It really does.
Now, do we understand what these little like things on the ground are? Have we read them yet?
Okay, from what I can tell, each of these provide a different way of interacting with alternate and or branching timelines that define what is affected when someone would spin the arms of the artifact. However, even though
Okay, so
yes.
there's no spinning of artifacts anymore.
Well, not quite, but we kind of are the artifact now?
Yeah, you can. It sounds like you can spin these things. Maybe, possibly.
But we don't want to do that, right? We don't want another timeline with another Taya, with another this, and another that.
I don't know if the existence of other timelines is something that we can make not happen. Other timelines exist because choice exists. A leads to B to C. I know it doesn't seem like that to you, but to me, that's how it seems. I know you see it as everything happening at once, which I imagine would be quite awful.
I'm just trying to Z the hell out of here, okay?
Okay.
I think there's got to be a way for us to like finagle this whole situation in this clock area and get us out of here.
So I think anyone can move these hands. I think it was just whoever had the artifact and spun it that determined how the hands moving would affect the future.
I kind of walk over to one of the I kind of walk over to one of the hands and kind of just try to kick it.
Make
I'm
a
just
strength
gonna...
check.
All right, here we go. Check it out.
Don't get a 1.
Check out my skill.
Don't get a 1.
Check out my skill.
Skill.
Oh, wait. No, that's wrong. Hold on. Hold on. Oh my god, I forgot where everything is.
I think it would have been the same if it was just a check.
Ah, there it is. Wait, so I can't roll again?
No.
Oh, you're right. It's -2.
But it's okay. If you want to, go ahead.
Hey.
So you kick it, and the arrow moves Okay, I want to move just one individually.
Like an inch.
It moves a decent amount. If
Oh.
you had gotten just like a 5.
Oh.
They don't have to move in conjunction, but I will fix that momentarily.
Okay. All right.
Actually, let me just redraw the arrow. Line.
Smart.
So you kicked it all the way to the next
What did I
position.
do? Okay. And then that one stayed. Okay, 4. Never. Did I fix time? Did I do it?
Wow, that was easy. Everything's back to normal now.
Woo!
You
Whole
solved the
episode
Good
done.
job, Pam.
Woo!
I don't.
Do you guys feel any different?
Iris.
Did that change anything for any?
Sorry?
Darius, let's both of us make a wisdom check. So I will make one for Iris,
Okay.
and I will roll one for you as well. So Darius's wisdom. Where are you? It's +2. So Darius, your wisdom check is 14. Iris's wisdom.
Not bad. Not bad.
Could be worse. Could be
Is a
worse.
5.
Ooh.
This
Could
doesn't
definitely
make any
be
sense
worse.
to me. I can't tell anything. Versus Darius, you almost feel like something kind of shifted inside of your head, where the glitching has sort of shifted. Instead of glitching to where it looks like it's multiple colors all at once, kind of how it was before, now it's kind of glitching into like it's like things are freezing every couple of seconds. So where's my list? Okay. So I can't quite tell what that changed. Do you feel different, Darius?
No, not really. I feel like it's just a strobe light now. And there's like time-lapse photography.
Okay.
Click, click, click.
What if I get a running start? So I just like run for the arrow, and I like, like how wrestlers kind of like go down with their elbow.
Oh,
That's what I do.
okay. Make an athletics check.
Okay.
Can I help?
Yes.
Okay.
Do you want to help by also doing it, or by giving her advantage?
No.
Giving advantage.
No.
No. Okay, I'll do it.
Yeah,
I'll do it.
okay,
I'll do it.
maybe, but
You have a really good athletics. I also didn't want to like.
you should do
You
it
didn't
with
want
me.
Pam to shatter her elbow.
Yeah, I'll do it with you.
Okay, go ahead.
Well, I also didn't want to overshadow. Like Pam was kicking butt, and I don't want to like.
I'm kicking this arrow's ass.
It's my big +8 over here. 13.
Yay!
Okay.
What about now?
So the two of you together kick it. Kick it real hard, real hort.
Nice.
Now how do you feel?
Another time.
Wisdom check
Feeling pretty
again
great.
for Darius.
I can do this all day, Darius.
I passed my vibe check.
Okay, so Darius, you got it.
Come on!
Your wisdom, and Iris failed.
Nice.
So
Come
Iris
on,
again
Iris.
can't tell any difference, but Darius. So for another time would be. Where's my notes? Oh shoot! I retyped these so they would be easy to read. What am I doing? Ah. So now, Darius, instead of the kind of glitching, what you're seeing is concrete glimpses into. You are seeing concrete glimpses into a time before you and or a time separate from you, which shows other people standing here in this room discussing the intentions of how it is to be used. Roll a quick perception check for me, and I realize that means I have to do it. Bye-bye. Perception. Or pebble. +2.
Let's go.
So there appears to be a group of 3 people in this room, kind of muttering to themselves. And there's a little bit of debate going on, but finally a woman's voice creaks about. And she says, "In order for time itself to be protected, we must shackle the artifact here. It is far too dangerous separated from its temple, because no one could possibly understand the variations in timeline manipulation beyond this council. And so, we shall amend as such. For and word shall be split. For shall be why. Word shall mean the time is protected and is moving. Back and word. Back shall be because, and word shall be counter, faster, and protects moving in time in the opposite direction. Always means that the event has become stable and essential to the current timeline. Never means that the inverse of always means that it is never, will not continue, pulling the next time into existence. Forever means that it happens and grows continuously, no matter which timeline it takes place in. Once is a brief flash to another timeline." Oh, I misread that. That was not the old bat, that was me. "Once is a brief flash of an uncommon occurrence, no matter which timeline it is. Another time is a glimpse into another timeline." And she kind of pauses. "I feel as though we are being watched." I'm gonna have her make a perception check.
I look over to Dex and I'm like, she knows.
Roll a d6.
Okay.
Is Vincent gonna die?
What? I hope
don't know.
not, but
Dex is scaring me, man. I don't know.
Okay.
yeah, I'm partially saying this to see like what Dex's reaction is after what just happened.
You should
But
be
it's
more
also just
careful with the things
aside.
that you say. You do feel there is something almost strangely familiar about this hooded woman, even though you don't see her face. There's something about her voice that, like, ticks the back of your brain.
What? Interesting.
Anyway, she has convinced herself that she is not being watched because of the other role I did for her. Continuing on. Once again is a repeat of the same shock and increment of once. Before, you see what has come before that has led to the current time. After, you see the consequences. Never was. This is far powerful, and it overrides all others. When something never was, it can never again be. Always was reveals a past consistency. A thing that has always been and will continue to be. Could be, you see a future possibility. One of the many varied timelines. The questioning questioner. Time behaves like a mistake in the system, a tear in the reality, a glitch, if you will. Much and too much at once. This is where the majority of the chaos lives in these next few moments. The many X's. They are the graveyards, the pile of timelines that have been shattered beyond repair. The worry, the exclaiming, shows all the new timelines that have been born as a replacement to those in the graveyard. And the repeating sequence of numbers shows the sequences in which time loops upon itself, unseemingly, unwittingly, the patterns that it forms, against all odds, the order that comes with time. This artifact shall never again be beyond the walls of this temple. Is this to be understood? Yes.
And it should never be destroyed. I'm just kidding.
You say it as you're watching the TV.
It is always meant to be contained here. Should it ever get out, it must be brought back, and it must be by those who are capable of understanding and potentially sacrificing their own lives to the mysteries of time itself. Such as it has been with me, so shall it be with those upon whom this task should rest. Is this understood?
Yes.
Yes.
That wasn't
So what the heck?
uh,
Wait, so this is an old lady talking to, like, can we see her?
this is the thing that Darius is hearing because of the way that because the arrow landed on another time, he got a glimpse into a different timeline. A glimpse that now peters out. And for a moment you are back in your own time, Darius. But I will copy these notes into the thing because I am not mean. Here.
Okay.
No. No, Ryan missed all my garbage. Dang it.
Aw.
It's okay. There are all the notes. Enjoy them. So yes. What do you do with this information, Darius? Do you share this with your team?
Sure.
Okay.
To the best of my ability, I say, read this chat.
Does this make sense to you? Or, I guess, you're able to communicate it fully. And now you can discuss amongst yourselves what the heck you think any of it means.
So, okay. So this has been communicated to us, correct?
Mm-hmm.
I'm just gonna keep kicking it.
Okay, go
I can
ahead.
kick it again.
Roll another strength check. Morgana, are you going in on this too?
Morgana had to BRB real quick.
Okay.
So
10.
could Morgana have given me advantage?
Sure.
I mean, I guess that's fine. Wait, did it go to another one?
It was like halfway to the next one.
Okay, no. Give me advantage.
Yeah.
Please. Gosh dang it.
So now it rests between another time and once again. In this kind of interim.
Okay. So,
So
Alright.
stop kicking it.
Okay, okay. Alright.
We are not time lords.
Says you.
Where are we?
Yeah, exactly. Wait, where was that voice? I just heard a voice in my head.
You will never know.
Huh? Do I actually hear this or no?
I don't think so unless you want to make an Oliver roll about it.
It's actually
Ooh.
Donut communicating.
Oh my god.
Actually, no, I can't do the donut voice. I've lost all of those to the Greg Note voice.
Okay. So, Darius, what do we make of this?
Well, we can't take it out of here,
Hi, back.
and we got to stop fracturing time. So it's been fractured enough.
Okay.
So let's just pound the devil out of this thing so it doesn't work anymore at all.
Oh no.
Well, don't we have to? Shouldn't we try to set the clock to a certain time? Isn't that what we're supposed to gather from this? Isn't
The
it?
same shock and increment once again.
So,
Once
just
again.
briefly, Ryan, you missed me reading all these notes in a weird witchy voice.
I see.
Yes.
I see the notes. I'm
Okay.
catching up on
Okay.
them. Sorry about that.
It's all good. We're figuring it out together. Continue, please.
So wait, which one? Okay, so it was for another time, and Darius got the vision. Where's 4?
It's the first part of forward, so it's Y.
Okay, a glimpse into another timeline. Okay, okay, okay. I'm gonna. This person never was. We don't want that. Reveals a. Oh, how about? Wait, where? Okay. Uh,
What about the pile of timelines that have been shattered?
maybe that might be hard to decipher, but possibly. Should we keep the other hand at 4? Huh? What if we did
Forward?
forward and ask why? Well, okay. What do we want to know?
Well, I think these things combine. That's what I'm thinking, right?
Yeah.
Why
So
don't
we'll
we
get
sweep up all the broken timelines and put them in one hourglass?
that sounds great. That way we're not creating new timelines. Technically, we're just taking all the ones that were destroyed at some point and bringing them a home.
Hmm. Do we want to reveal a past consistency, or see a future possibility, or see the background root of a thing,
I'm up for
or
that.
see the background root of a thing?
Yeah. See
Okay.
what went wrong and where it went wrong and fix it.
And it also says you see the consequences, so we could do before after.
Sure.
Okay, so we're close to before, and where's after?
As long as
Oh,
we're not creating a new timeline, I feel like that's a good idea.
I think this is just information that we're getting. I think.
Okay, cool.
Okay, so you want to help me move it to before? I don't know what.
Sure.
At
Which
this point,
one,
it
the
might just
hour
be
hand or the minute hand?
Oh God.
Yeah, I feel like that's.
Our
So
hand
what do
is
you? Yeah, what do we want it? What do we want it to do exactly?
Well, Darius was interested in seeing the background root of a thing, and also maybe seeing the consequences. So I don't know what the hour and minute hand would change with that. But
Yeah.
we did go to the minute hand. The minute hand went to another time, and that did give us a glimpse into another lifetime.
maybe it's like with
Sorry.
time, like you have like 12:30. Like the hour hand is the first part of the statement, and then the minute hand is the second part of the statement.
Okay.
Could that be a possibility?
Hmm.
Good point.
So if we want forward, forward to what was it you wanted? To the root of a thing?
Yeah. So before.
Forward to forward before?
Maybe.
You just need to
Yeah.
get it.
Huh.
See what happens.
Okay.
Kick it there.
Well.
So you're
Yeah, I think we're
setting
gonna.
the hour to forward to 4.
Yeah.
So you're weirdly pointing it kind of at this woman, which is fun. Okay.
So wait, we're just going forward.
Hold on.
I did thought we were gonna move the. Yeah.
Click. It just takes me a second to manipulate roll 20.
Oh, it's okay. I think we were all just worried that might. Yeah.
Ah, sorry. Me breaking the
good.
clock is not you breaking the clock. If the clock breaks, I will tell you. Wait. I don't have a good center point on this. That's my own fault. But it is okay. So,
Is there some kind of map you're showing, honey? Because I don't see anything but gray
yeah,
and letters.
it's on roll 20.
Mm.
It should just be this clock-like thing.
Oh, like the game room.
Yes. All my puzzles are circles. You heard it here first. So, you were looking for the why from the protected timeline. The why something came to be. The background root of a thing. So, this time, instead of Darius being the one who is able to see through the chaos, because this is looking into the past at an event that was protected, Iris is the one who kind of gasps for a moment. And then, after a brief moment passes, she kind of, like, steps back and shakes herself out of it and goes, she just kind of, like, left gaping there for a second. And then she kind of blinks and then looks around at everyone, and she kind of looks directly at you, Pam, and you, Morgana, actually, and she goes, "So what all am I not allowed to say around Rendor?"
Rendor, cover your ears.
Okay. Render,
Oh, buddy.
render covers his face.
Okay.
I like turned before Iris says anything. I'm like, ever notice he is really quick to just do what we ask him to. Never really thought about that, but he is extremely loyal.
He's very nice, and you should take care of him.
I don't
But
think he likes it when his head hurts.
I agree.
Yeah, we're worried about that. We don't want to hurt him.
He seems a little bit different, though, but anyway,
We will not
Because
take
he's a
that
different
chance,
person?
Iris.
I'm not sure if someone hasn't already taken it for you. But in any case, so she kind of moves a little bit away just in case. I don't want to move the pieces now because I'm too busy moving arrows. But so that woman who was an old woman in Darius's vision was once a young woman. And as a young woman, she once stumbled across an previously undiscovered source of magic of a different school, or rather something that was a combination of multiple schools, that she observed within a naturally occurring area somewhere out deep in the ocean, beneath a strange island. That may or may not seem to have behaved as a natural variation due to a certain someone's meddling in a universe that may or may not be... How do I put this? The existence of you all within this universe has created greater effects than you could possibly imagine. None of this should have been possible. But we have grasped at something beyond our reach, and this is what the people here have made of it. And she kind of gestures around herself.
Sure hope you type all that in the chat too.
Okay. I'll sum it up and it'll be easier. But this isn't something that just happened. This, I don't know how our history works with the way that your actual, or whatever it is, wherever you came from, works. I don't fully know. But just like me, just like the oracles, this time manipulation magic, these alternate timelines, and our access to them, they're the result of you being a part of this, or all of this being a part of you? What did you say the name was of that friend you were looking for again?
I continue to hold Rendor's ears. Or, I mean, I'm not doing it. Yes. How about I walk over to him and I walk over to him and I put my hands over his ears.
See.
On top of his own hands.
It's like doubling.
Exactly.
I put my hands over Dex's ears. No.
He like go to as a joke, and he like gives you a look of "Do not touch me."
Oh my god.
Okay.
And then I just say, Oliver.
I was going to message her that way. Nobody would hear but her.
Oh.
I think it's because of him. If you came looking for him, I think whenever he came here, it had ripples throughout everything. So there we go. That's how this happened.
That's like at the way, way background, isn't it? Whew.
That's kind of how time works.
I'll put my hands down.
Well, then maybe we must be close.
Maybe.
Iris motions
All
to
right.
Rendor with her like hands that you can put your hands down.
My hands are held stuck.
I just like kind of tug his arm a little bit.
Yeah, I'll bring my hands down. So, what's going on?
Nothing. We're planning your birthday party.
Oh. I am suspicious of this. Can I insight check?
Yeah, throw an insight check.
Can I roll like a deception check?
Character
Yes.
sheet froze. Let me get my
No.
character.
Yes, both.
I'm
of you
pretty sure he's like a
can-
+2. I'm pretty sure he's a +2 on insight because of his special guard ability. Or was
Cam, you may roll deception.
Oh gosh.
Get a natural 20.
Well, that's. I mean, I appreciate the thought, but don't you think there's more pressing matters at this particular moment?
This is the only thing that matters to us right now, Rendor. Actually, when is your birthday?
Do you have regular months in this world, or are they like Elder Scrolls months, where they're names that, like, are there like 11 months in this world, or 13, or?
Just
Really
say
good
a
question.
time in a season.
In the late summer.
Okay, we can work with
My
that.
birthday too.
That's so true.
I'm a Cancer baby myself.
I actually don't know the star creatures all that well.
Yeah, they're they're creatures.
Okay.
What can you do?
Literally, though, I'm gonna have a side quest of planning Rendor's birthday party.
Let's do it.
It will not be the first time it has happened at D&D.
Good to know.
So that is the information you've gained from the current position of the clock.
Okay.
Iris, everybody but Rendor heard that.
Okay. Yeah, we don't care about the other people. Let's see.
They've all kind of coalesced around this other woman. Let me actually move them.
We need to see the consequences for any reason.
I think we know the consequences, right?
Really?
Maybe.
Do we know
I mean,
all of the consequences?
I guess the consequences to what?
Think of the consequences.
So if we keep it on before you see the background root of a thing, and we move one of them to after, would we see the consequences of the background root of a thing?
the consequences of
Nope. Which one would we have to
Stone.
move to after?
Make
Do we move the
an
minute hand?
intelligence check or an arcana check.
Okay.
Trying to think of a good this is in my brain, but I'm like it's a good code name so we can refer to Oliver, and Rendor wouldn't know what we were talking about.
That's true.
Olive oil.
Olive oil.
Olive oil.
Smart.
Need to find the consequences of olive oil.
Here's
Yeah,
the thing.
that's-
Rendor can know that you have a friend named Oliver. It's just the manner in which you speak about Oliver.
We don't know if that's true.
I feel like this whole thing is about him, though. It's like the worst place for Rendor to be. Rendor, go
on, guys?
outside, please.
Go in outside. Go in the car, Rendor.
Go in.
Rendor has been very helpful for this whole experience, so...
Yeah,
No, yeah,
absolutely.
totally.
But we're trying
Just-
to protect him. He's our
Yeah.
he's sweet gladiator man.
We don't want Rendor to burst into flame because we're just trying to figure out just time sequences.
Can you imagine if he burst?
Sorry, now I'm giving Granny ideas.
Oh my god. Okay, I rolled a 21.
Okay.
Nice.
Since you are currently attached to forward with the hour hand, and that does set the kind of precursor, and it is set to kind of between, so it's forward, so you're understanding something from a protected timeline. If you move it to after, it will be referencing the same event that you kind of chose when picking forward. And
Okay.
so you would be moving the minute hand.
Okay.
Okay.
So do you guys want to move the minute hands to after just to see the consequences of the background root of the thing? Which I feel like is going to be a lot. But let's just see, I guess.
We could try it, and then we could, if
Just
if the two of them are just kind of going off, we'd just be like, okay, we get it.
Yeah. Next,
Yeah.
flip the channels. Keep going.
Yeah.
Alright.
Try to hook it up like it's a remote.
Well, you had
I was
one.
like, Pop Guard.
You did have a remote.
Can I
Right.
make a tech check?
To build another artifact?
To build a little thing that will help us just move the. I guess it would just be the artifact again, right?
Oh my
But
god.
just to help move the thing easier. So
Roll an intelligence check?
Wait,
okay,
why?
let's do it. Hey, my intelligence is +5.
We would undo everything we just happened.
I'm not gonna roll a nat one. Hopefully,
Oh my god.
if not, we might need to spend some Oliver rolls.
Oh my god.
Okay.
21.
So your intention isn't really to remake the artifact. It's to make it easier to spin this thing.
Oh.
Yeah?
Yeah, pretty much.
Okay.
Okay.
So you take Chip's sword, and you build a little thing in the middle, and you create a circle mechanism so that if you twist the handle of the sword, it twists the arms. Like a basic clock. So now you don't have to kick it into weird stone things.
Nice.
Still kick it every time I'm trying to turn it.
Oh my god.
I kick the sword
Oh my god.
to turn it.
Why? Why are you doing this?
No, blame Emily Axe for being the most chaotic player and making me a chaotic player now too. Just kidding.
Here, let me fix
I need to roll in athletics for that. Okay, never mind.
No, since you now have a mechanism to turn it, you don't have to roll athletics no more.
Woo!
You can just turn it.
Yay.
So where are we moving it to? Where are we dropping?
Minute hands to after.
Minute hand to after.
Where else? What else do you want to see? I want to see a future possibility too.
Oh my gosh! Roll 20!
Uh-oh.
No, I just don't like
Oh,
moving
no.
shapes that I don't mean to move. That's all.
Oh yes, I
Yeah.
understand.
So, arrow, head. It's pointing it after. I know it doesn't quite look like it, but it's pointing it after. There. Okay. Cool. Great. Yeah, I'm just gonna
We trust you, Yanni.
It's no longer there. Goodbye. You've been exiled. Go to the exiled timelines pile. Okay.
Yeah.
Oh my word. Oh my heavens to Betsy. Polygon line. Black.
We're doing it, boys. We're doing it.
Okay. There we go. So, this is to show you the consequences of this time mechanism existing in the first place.
Yes. Yes.
Okay. Okay. So Darius and Iris are going to see very different things, but before they do, Vincent, I want you to roll a perception check.
Okay.
Oh no,
Okay.
Vince.
Yeah, my perception's not great.
Oh.
Forget Greg.
Can Greg not assist me?
Hello.
You see Craig Nut creeping in the back.
Hello.
Trying to save you.
Greg Nut, how did you get here?
Greg Nut with a lead pipe to Vex.
Oh my god. I'm here to save you. I thought you were in trouble.
Let's go now.
Okay.
Let's go.
So
Am I getting this guy or what?
with
Yes.
your 16 perception,
Good
from
job.
one of these small
Thank you, Greg.
kind of porthole windows that Dex has in this area, you
Mhm.
realize that outside, as they have switched the arrow to after, what was once just kind of hazy darkness is now like a kaleidoscope of colors and kind of almost explosions, and it feels a little bit like the kind of fishbowl shaped thing you are in is shaking ever so slightly.
Ooh.
What the heck?
I kind of glance over to see if Dex notices, but I'm trying to do it subtly so that,
Okay.
like, if Dex doesn't see it, I don't want to alert Dex to the fact that it's happening.
Okay. Make a sleight of hand check.
Ooh.
I will try.
Ah.
It's
Okay. Dex catches you looking over at him, and he goes, "This is why people like you shouldn't be snooping around where you're not supposed to when you don't know what you're doing."
Wow. Sex is savage.
It's safer for everyone if I know that you're here, but it's even better if you can go back to where you're supposed to be. And he kind of points at the picture on the wall of this whole clock puzzle situation.
Well, Dex, I'm here, and you're just gonna have to deal with it.
Wow. It's kind of savage too.
Dex points at the window where the kind of hard to determine explosions and semi not carnage, but it feels outside is happening, and he kind of goes, "So just deal with this," is what you're saying.
I don't know. It seems like sometimes you have no idea. You're just as oblivious to what's going on as I am, and sometimes it seems like you know a little bit too much.
I know things that are different from you, and there are some things that I may know less than you, and there are some things I may know more.
So you know what that is, and I point to it also.
Roll a persuasion check.
olive oil.
Okay, 17. I don't know what it technically is, but from what I understand of it, that's the void.
What does that mean? The void? I mean, I know what a void is, but the void?
The void. From what I understand of it, and what I've observed, the void is the infinite yet hair's breadth width of space between existence and non existence.
Hmm.
It is where things are possible before they come to be or before they fail to be.
I kind of like it clicks in my head that he is likely one of those two, but I don't verbalize it. I just kind of feel sorry for him, but also I'm like intrigued at how he knows so much about what's going on.
He kind of is making a kind of scowling face, but he
Hmm.
continues. Everything that has ever been or will ever be comes from here, whether they know it or not.
Hmm.
And yet the void in and of itself exists in its non-existence.
So how do I keep ending up here? Why do I keep ending up here?
I don't know. What are you doing
Well,
that lands you here? Ripping holes in
I don't
space-time?
know. Maybe, I'm not sure. It just kind of happens, but I don't know. It's like I want it to happen, but I don't expect it to happen.
How did you get back before?
I think I ate one of Gregnut's beans, actually.
Gregnut? What's a Gregnut?
We were watching the Gregnut channel earlier. The
Oh,
little
green guy?
goblin guy. Yeah,
I
talking
thought
to the voice in his head.
I thought that was just an advertisement for beans that like cross carried over from a TV signal and
Hmm.
okay.
That's a common mistake, yeah. But no, that's Gregnut.
Alright. Listen. I'm here because it's advantageous to me. The void exists between all places and things, so it's also useful for travel if you know how, but since you just keep ending up here on accident, it's probably not the greatest idea, and you really should be. And he kind of points to the TV again. Back there.
Wait, rewind a bit. So, you say that this place is good for travel if you know how. Could you teach me?
Roll another persuasion check.
Okay. I am going to use my switchy switch for this one
Okay.
because I
I want to
want
help
to
him if I can.
learn.
Unfortunately, you are currently not in the same universe. Okay. Alright. Alright. If the next time you come back here, you do it intentionally, we'll talk.
Okay. Deal.
Do it how?
What was that?
Do it how?
I don't know.
Impactfully?
Intentionally.
Oh, intentionally.
And then he kind of reaches out for a handshake.
I shake his hand, but slightly hesitantly.
It's like a pressure, but it doesn't feel cold or warm. But you do shake a hand.
It kind of like shivers down my spine. Like if it was animated, you would see the little zigzag lines go around Vincent. Exactly. Pam, that would prompt the exact same reaction.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah. And then I guess I asked kind of a leading question that maybe we can we're talking about as we go back, but I'm just kind of so how well do you know Vincent?
Mm-hmm. Oh, okay. And you see the weird kind of face, raise an eyebrow, and we cut back to Iris and Darius's visions. And Darius, since you contain the chaos element of time, the vision that you see when looking at the consequences of the existence of time travel, you see 1,000 different things at once. Basically, all the variations in time that there are been or could be. But beyond that, you see kind of cataclysmic, semi-catastrophic events. Um,
On the
in
road.
Pardon? Yes, somewhere far in the future.
Yeah.
You see a wicked monster that looks as though it's made out of several dragons. You see variations of yourselves. You see other variations of people that you don't know, creatures, characters, things of that nature. You see all this, and then eventually you just see that same darkness. And then, but, um, because you are the chaos element, that kind of tilts back and forth. You see chaos, and then you turn your head, and you see light, or you turn your head and you see, a a new day. You see a new day in your classroom back at the high school in the real world, or you turn your head again, and you see a different kind of darkness, but with a very small spark, and that's what you see. Iris sees some similar things, though she looks slightly more flabbergasted. Like she's just been asked to prove 83 math theorems in a second, because looking at the clear and logical outcomes to the existence of time travel is slightly more technical than looking at all the potential outcomes to the existence of time travel. Do you express
Because
this to
the
your
Vulcan
team?
Science Foundation does not believe in time travel.
Yes. So Iris expresses this to the group. Do you express yours, Darius?
Yes, I do.
Okay.
I turn my head one way and I see the dawn of a new day in the high school class. And I look the other way and I see an evening at prom night.
Mm-hmm.
And I look back and I see a dawn and a new day in high school class. And turn my head and see darkness again. So, and I look way down the road and I see catastrophes and cataclysms.
Rendor, could you roll a quick wisdom save for me?
I'm right here. I'm right next to him.
So, plus, oh, does that mean something? Is that
You get a
paladin
5. Yes, it is.
Yeah, buddy.
Was it in that? Oh, come on!
Sorry, I tried my best.
You don't get a headache, but you do feel as though there's something itching in the back of your mind. Like, wait, that means something. Prom night? That is something. Why is that something?
And I'm just like, Randor, are you feeling okay? Can I make an insight check?
Sure.
I'm going to get some tea. I'll be right back.
Okay.
Okay.
He's clearly processing some, stuff he doesn't know how to process.
But is he feeling okay?
You're not in any pain, Rendor, but you are...
Confused.
The familiar blend of, confused, frustrated, and intrigued that these people bring that you are around.
Contributed.
Yes, yes, that.
Interesting.
You can sense this.
Huh.
Yeah.
I kind
I'm
want to
fine.
I kind of want to like lean over and whisper. I don't know, should I? Yeah, I'm just gonna lean over and whisper, McDonald's.
Oh
To
no!
Randor,
I stop
Yes.
her.
make
No.
another wisdom save.
Render's getting close.
No, can I stop? I run over to Pam and I like try to like kick Pam out of the way.
Make a dexterity saving throw since you have to be fast.
I like
Dexterity
that
saving.
McDonald's was the first thing.
Also,
What's Poncho coming out?
this will have to be high, Borgon, I'm gonna tell you.
Okay, hold on. Let me see who has higher.
Gotta roll high.
Okay, Chiponicus definitely does. +4.
How can you even hear this? I whispered it.
You know
I
what?
see that you're like whispering something. Or wait,
That's
yeah.
fair.
Can I make a perception check?
Yeah. Cam, make a sleight of hand check if you're
This
truly
is
trying to
gonna
listen.
be.
Okay.
This is
I
gonna
am.
be.
I don't want anybody to know I'm doing this.
I need to
Okay.
stop you. Come on,
Alright.
please.
Okay, so Morgana
Oh,
does
snap.
see. So now make an athletics check. Get
Oh
above, get a 17 or above to run over there and stop her before she can whisper.
Oh, here I
Are you
come.
kidding me? But you already did the saving throw. It's fine.
Oh
Okay,
no!
so you start to run over, but she's already whispered McDonald's to Rendor, who got a 17 saving throw. I want you to roll a d6 for me, please.
Oh my god.
You, Rendor.
Oh, me?
But not
Ooh.
Rendor. You, Ryan, maybe.
Ooh.
Me as a guy.
That
You
makes
as a
sense.
guy.
Oh my god.
Okay.
What does this mean?
You have, for a brief moment, like a hazy memory of like a really late night in a building with a small table and these kind of like hard, not stone benches, where you're sitting across from an older man in a white coat and a younger man in a like kind of sport jackety coat, and you're all eating what looks like strange meat on plates, and there's weird lights above you, and then it's gone.
Any shreds of potatoes that I'm dipping in this weird red paste.
Yes.
Yes.
And even your hands look different when you kind of glance down at them. You have this weird thing on your wrist that actually looks similar to the thing you're standing on right now.
Oh. Do I keep my insight check from before?
Yes, I'll let that carry over. That's fine.
Okay. I'm just like searching his face.
What's your face giveaway, Rendor?
My face gives away confusion.
So basically the same.
Anything else? What are you thinking, Rendor?
It doesn't really make sense. You ever have like one of those dreams where things don't make sense?
You're having what do you a dream? Do you see anything?
It just happened in my brain when you said that word.
Huh. Interesting. I like smile.
You do feel like you should try some new things with potatoes maybe sometime soon. Once you're back on the ship.
Oh
So I'm gonna
my
make
god!
on the ship. When I get back to the ship, I'm making those.
You're making what?
A food item. I think you'll like it.
Okay. I look forward
Oh,
to it. I'm just like squinting now. Huh.
I'm like, we can't be doing this.
Doing what? I'm not doing anything. I just threw my hands in the air. I'm not doing anything. Nothing happened. What are you talking
Oh
about?
my gosh, we're literally gonna like create a tie.
Nothing happened. I didn't say anything. You didn't hear anything.
Let me guess. You told them about Burger King.
Wisdom saving throw?
Oh my god! Why?
No.
Randor. Oh, was that? Okay.
Oh my god! I
Uh,
cannot believe this.
Didn't mean for it to be like this.
You were trying to stop me. You
Oh,
made it
roll up my
worse.
okay. With the additional confusing term, you feel as though the strange dream you just had kind of fades from your head as you are kind of like trying to ponder this new information, and you struggle
No.
to remember it.
Now
Please tell
Rendor
me.
just really likes burgers.
What I miss? What I miss? It sounds fun.
I think we might think that Rendor might know about.
Nothing. It's fine. I just waved my hands in Morgana's face. It's nothing.
I'm also plugging Rendor's ears when I said that.
We didn't do anything.
Then that was all Poncho.
Okay.
No. Nope. You made it 10 times worse. I can tell.
Okay.
I can tell.
Out of character pause just to let Dad know. Pam whispered McDonald's into Rendor's ear to see what would happen. Something happened, and then Morgana said Burger King, and the thing unhappened.
No,
So that is what you
I
missed
want
on
French fries.
Well, okay, so I wanted that to happen.
Back
So
in
Oh
I'm
my!
glad.
You made it worse.
No, I wanted it to unhappen. So
You gave him a headache.
don't want no.
There's
Wait,
a
there's
little-
no headache, right?
There's like
Oh,
just
there's a
more
headache?
confusion and more like.
Dang it. Okay.
I just sit down and look at my hands.
Oh no!
Aw.
Yeah.
I cannot believe what.
What even
Oh,
is real?
I literally can't.
No.
Yeah.
say it very quietly to Poncho, but I'm like, we can't be telling him about hash browns.
I think it was French fries.
You never know. Okay? Depends on the time of day.
I
No,
hope
it
that he
was
didn't.
waffles.
Oh my god. Okay, enough. We are done with
Can't
this.
tell him about chicken and waffles.
Oh my god. What
It's
have I
off the
done?
table. It's too much food. It's too
What have I
much
done?
for Render to handle.
All right. Okay. Next puzzle. All right.
Well, let's go.
So now we understand potentially the end of the world, maybe, and maybe also just some other not end of the world things. So,
Darkness and catastrophe. That definitely sounds like the end of the world. Yeah,
I mean, yeah, but it was one of the possible endings.
that's true.
There's
We
a
should
lot-
go. We should go there.
You know, there's a lot of permutations that come about when you continuously change the factors in an equation. Very irritating to sit through as a vision. Would not recommend. My
Okay.
other Oracle visions
Maybe.
are far better.
Huh.
Yeah, perhaps we shouldn't do that.
Okay. So can we go back somehow and see a future possibility that might help us with our current situation?
Maybe. There's also. So, what is our end goal here? We want to find out what's wrong with the journal. We want to make sure nobody else messes with time. And
I just want to get out of here. I don't know about the rest of y'all. I just want to leave.
Yeah, I think
We
think
want to
all of
find
what
out.
you said, Iris, but also getting out of here.
But also someone in our party that's not here at the moment, like, completely messed things up. So I don't know if we should just,
Hey, who?
out of good conscience, try to fix things. I don't know.
Whoever it is, it seems like they're laughing at us.
Oh my god. So yeah, I guess just how do we get everybody out of here back to their own respective timelines, maybe with their entire group of people restored somehow. That would be ideal.
So I was thinking, like, can we figure out how to restore these? Was that?
Iris is going to roll an Arcana check.
I'm wondering if we restore the DieRole and Arcana check as well.
Yes, you may.
I'm kind of also interested in a past consistency, because maybe we could see like what kept causing this to happen. And I guess maybe Drax would be that consistency, but I don't know. I don't know if I can mention Drax here, but
I wouldn't.
I remember him, right?
You do.
Wait,
Okay.
I don't remember. Who?
Who does remember Drax?
I think you and
I
Iris
remember
do.
that.
Okay.
What are you talking about?
Remember Drax?
You remember Drax too?
I think he
Yes,
does.
I do.
Okay. So it's all right. That makes
Okay.
sense actually.
Okay.
Really, I
so
thought we all forgot about Drax. Okay.
we rolled a wisdom thing.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yes. Okay. So I'm not sure what you want to do next, but I do think so if all of this came about because of the weirdness surrounding you guys, maybe I would caution not using that weirdness here, or maybe just it might be more powerful. I don't know. I think it might interact with here in weird ways, is my button of concern, so just keep that in mind.
Okay. So you're telling us to use the weird magic.
I'm saying I don't know. I'm saying that it probably.
So you're telling me there's a chance.
Pam. Okay, so we're gonna. Thinking about the arcana of this place. Looking for a reality
Yeah,
where
bro.
everybody has everything would be rough. But one thing that you could. There are a couple of tools on this clock that become basically true events. So always an event becomes stable and essential, or never was, all overrides all others. So
Yeah.
if you want things to be concrete, those things are probably going to be your best bets. However, in addition to this, both you and Iris realize we're gonna. As of right now, the reason that you're able to kind of see into what these things would do without actually doing them is because the artifact now inhabits your two friends. You don't know necessarily how to activate the artifact as you would have when you spun the arms of the clock previously. You're getting like the 30-second iTunes preview, but you do not own the song.
So maybe we need to get the Darius and Iris somewhere? I relayed this to Iris. I'm trying to think.
I am also trying to think. Us spinning in a circle is probably not it, but that is where my brain went first.
So let me ask, how did the tool work beforehand?
I didn't actually use it. Hey, Randor,
Yes.
how did the artifact work before Darius smashed it?
I kind of fiddled with it and turned the. Is there a dial on it? What it was, or is it I turned the hands?
It was the hands.
I turned the hand, and well, things changed immensely.
Can I make an intelligence check to see if I would understand how I would correlate into the two of them now?
Yes.
Okay. Let's hope this works. +5, here I come.
Woohoo!
Ooh, baby.
Nice.
Okay. So, thinking about the way that the mechanism worked on the old artifact, essentially what would have happened is that after the hands were spun, once they landed, each of them landed, it would have given them access to a separate timeline. That's partially based on which things were pointed to here and how they, basically what timeline they were grasping for and or how they were grasping for it. But in a way, the way that it works, considering the two elements of time that escaped the artifact, it's utilizing chaos, right, to travel through the time, and it's using the order to land on the new time. So it is when chaos and order agree with each other that the thing is brought about. So.
Oh, so we could put the two hands on the same thing, and that might do something.
Possibly. And it depends on what it means for chaos and order to be in agreement with each other, or to work together to bring about an eventuality.
We need to get Darius and Iris to agree.
Maybe. Well, if we just have to agree, that shouldn't be too hard, right? Like, we talk to each other about things, and, well, we agree about things at times. Right, Darius?
I think y'all have a mutual respect for each other, but I think that's where it ends.
You
I'm
only
just
kissed
kidding.
me
I have
two
no
times
idea.
once.
No, I love Iris.
Yes, but loving someone is different than agreeing with them. So then let's just investigate all the things that could happen, and then pick which one is best, and then we can agree on it? Maybe?
Sounds good to me.
I'm suspicious of this. This feels too easy.
I'll laugh if it works. Do you both agree that breathing is good?
Yes, I would agree that breathing is good. Darius?
Darius?
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
Breathing is good?
sleeping is good. Breathing is good. Eating is good.
Reingar looks around, waiting for something to happen.
I think that's just a statement. I don't think that's a timeline that we're agreeing on letting happen. Maybe that's the difference. Though maybe people only eat and breathe because we agreed on it. I don't know. Magic is weird when you're around. Not you, but every... Anyway. So, what is the timeline that we really want? Do we just want to get out of here, or do we want to try to fix everything?
Well, you
I'd
want
like
to.
to find my friend because then we would get out of here and fix everything at the same time.
But if your friend was the cause of this, does that really seem smart?
I'm not sure that he's the cause of it, but him being in trouble here may be a side consequence of that. And if we could find him and get him out of here,
I mean, I kind of look into the past, and him being here is definitely sort of the cause of it. Even if it's just on the side of what happened. I'm sure he didn't... Well, I don't know. I don't know your friend. And besides, I'm talking about what's going on right now. What do we want to be happening right now in this timeline? Because a lot of things have already happened.
No.
can I look at the comic book again?
Who has the comic book currently?
I don't remember.
It's not me.
You're correct, it's not you. If it was Pam, yes. If it was Vincent, no. I think it might have been Vincent. I'm not super sure.
I think I always hold the comic book, so from my understanding, I've always had it.
Okay.
I do think one of us took the comic book and one of us took the glasses when Pam very originally split up from the group.
Yeah, though.
Hmm.
Please.
I think Pam did have the book. I don't remember.
Well, then who has the glasses?
I think I would. I don't remember. I shouldn't be talking because I don't remember, but for some reason, I feel like something like before Pam left when we were on the island, she had taken either the book or the glasses with her, and then I think I had the other one, but I could be wrong. And it could have something else could have happened between then.
All right. Does someone want to roll to see what we have then?
Yes, you should roll because you're a outside party.
Me?
What was that? Roll what?
Yes.
To see who has the glasses and who has the comic book.
Oh, okay. Are we rolling a D what?
That's what I'm not sure about. Let's roll a. Let's roll a d6. If it's a 3, 4, 5, or 6, okay, y'all have the comic book, as in the people in the puzzle. And then roll a d6 again, and if it's a 3, 4, 5, or 6, y'all have the glasses.
Ooh,
Nice.
baby. That's middle of the road rolling.
Yes. Okay.
Yeah.
So you do have the glasses in the comic book. So what are you looking at in the comic book with the glasses, Darius?
I want to see things if they have changed.
Yeah, on
We're
which page?
we're
On
in
the map?
broken timelines. See things that have changed in the book.
In the comic book, you mean?
Yes.
Okay, roll a quick wisdom check for me. Let me do it. Yours a +2. Oops. Don't need to type roll 1d20 +2 into Discord. Roll 1d20 +2. Beans and fruit. 17. Okay. So, reviewing the comic book, primarily, it doesn't seem like much of anything has changed. It appears as though the pieces of what you were looking for, a couple of the locations have adjusted ever so slightly, but that might just be because naturally they are with some kind of a person or thing that is moving. Some of the images of the areas where things need to be collected look ever so slightly different for that same reason. However, there is an additional one, and it's strange because the additional one appears to be 2 just purely black blank pages.
Oh.
You don't know what to do with that. And you also don't see where that would correspond on this map. But
See what? I'm sorry. Say that again. Don't see what?
so there's you know how you get the images that kind of show you the scene of where a shard of Oliver might be?
Yes.
One of those scenes is now just 2 purely black pages, and you don't know what that means or where that could be. And it doesn't show up with a corresponding point on the map like the others. And that's especially strange, because there were just supposed to be 18 of these things. No, it can't just be another one. No, stop that. So that's weird.
So there's still 18 different pages, but there's another one that's all black.
Yes.
Do you communicate this?
And is that at the end?
Yes. There's still some, yes. When you flip past those pages, it's just additional comic book pages about Hellwind.
Noise.
Okay, so I relay that to the group.
Mm-hmm.
I'd say there's an extra one, but it's all black, so I don't know anything about it.
So does that mean that we Did we create that by being here? By messing with the timelines? Did we create that?
We have, yeah.
And does that mean we have to fix things in order to get it off? We can't just leave.
This is what you
Well,
use my glasses for?
yeah,
Reading comic books?
Yeah, it's cool. You should try it sometime.
yeah. Let her try it.
Oh god.
But see if her, what did she call it? Her revision. Revision. What was it, Granny? What was it called when she saw what had happened already? She
Her
revisited
oracle
it.
vision? Oh, with the clock turned to a certain direction, I was able to look at what had happened before. Otherwise, I just have oracle visions without without me trying to do anything. But I'll look if you want me to. It'll be weird to wear my glasses again. She like takes the glasses and carefully puts them back on. The oversized frame is still too big for her little face. She looks at the comic book. Let me roll a wisdom check for Miss Itis. Okay, no. This is gonna give me a headache. This is bad. This is whatever is in this book doesn't make sense with the order of time, or it is something beyond it. Please take this away. She like hands back the comic book and the glasses.
Did you see anything different than just a normal comic book?
I started to, but then it was like it didn't want me to look at it. So I stopped.
Yeah. We won't push that. I don't know, Darius. Do you think we should just try to fix things? And forget about olive oil for a second?
Maybe the answer is the pages are messed up because this is what happens. Because it's just stuck.
So there's no point in trying to fix it?
Well, I don't know.
Well, you tell me. You have the oracle.
I'm 15!
But you're an oracle.
From what Darius
You're like smarter than everybody, dude.
I'm not! Okay.
You're at least smarter than Vincent. Zane.
Wow.
He's not even here.
But he knows. I know he knows. I know he knows about that Zaner.
Cut out to Vincent watching the TV and the small caption above it said, he did in fact know.
I'm having a conversation with Dex, but a small tear comes down from my. I kind of agree in the back of my head, even though my full attention isn't on the TV. I'm like, yeah, Iris is definitely smarter than all of us.
Okay.
Then maybe we should just try to leave.
Maybe.
That's what you're saying.
I don't know. I don't know whether it'll be more harmful or helpful if we try to manipulate the power here. The whole thing of being here seems like it's a warning against it. Like
True.
It never should have been in the first place.
But it's here, so you're right. It's like the damage has been done.
Yeah. The thing that woman said in Darius's vision when he looked back when it was constructed, about how the people who bring it back to here have to be willing to sacrifice themselves to keep the order of time. I wonder if that's what Teo was doing. Maybe it's just a closed loop.
But it didn't really work because we're here. So what happened?
It didn't work because we're here because I was curious about something and I wanted to know what happened in the book, and maybe now we know. But I don't know. Maybe that's just me. I don't want to run away and be a coward. I don't know what the right answer is.
Maybe we should talk to Taya.
You mean the woman who's now kind of catatonic in a corner?
Is she the only Taya?
No, there's a couple over there. But none of them seem to be handling this that well. It's like they all kind of slowed down as soon as they got in here.
Yeah. I don't think they're supposed to be in here.
I don't think we're supposed to be in here.
I mean, we feel fine, don't we, Game? Right, everybody? How we feeling? Status report.
You first, Rendor.
Well, we haven't really done much usefulness since we've been here.
I know!
Did you learn what you wanted to learn?
I suppose, but maybe not because it's just disappointing. I don't know if... Maybe once I get stronger as an oracle, I'll be able to come back and fix this. Or maybe there is something that we can do now that I'm just not seeing.
There has to be something we can do.
We should just go back in the room. Take the timepiece or whatever the article is. Dig a little hole and smash it to smithereens and bury it, so nobody can mess with it anymore.
Didn't we already destroy it?
Yeah, Darius, now we're it.
You can't smash yourselves.
Or can no.
And that's something too. Even if we leave here, I don't know what'll happen now because Darius and I... Oh no. That's what the other Taya said about not being sure if we'll be able to leave, isn't it?
I think we should just keep seeing what we can see, what we can learn from moving the hands, and see if there's anything else we can learn that might help us.
Okay. Anybody else have any ideas?
I want to see what a future possibility could be.
Okay.
So we should go to could be.
Okay, but what
right?
do we put it with?
So is the forward and backward? Does that go from the thing that we did last?
How do you mean?
Is it like forward from after? If we if we keep the hour hand on forward, and then we move the minute hand, is that going forward from after?
It'll still be referencing the same thing. Yeah.
So if we move the hour hand to backward and then we move it from after, it'll be before after.
Like other possibilities of the thing that could have been, yeah.
But my brain. Because after, which showed us consequences, right?
Yes.
That was like way into the future. It went way into the future.
Just like before, it went way into the past.
Yeah. So I want to see a possibility that can help us now.
Okay.
I want to see a future possibility that can help us now. Something that I want to see something that we haven't thought of yet, but something that's going to help us immediately. So how do we do that?
I'm the game master.
Wait, what?
Right. game, that's true.
Truly.
Okay, so roll an intelligence check.
Because I'm still just not entirely sure if I understand the forward and backward part of it.
Yeah, it's okay.
Come on.
Okay, so forward
It's a
and
roll for
back.
me.
Anybody? Okay, somebody else roll an intelligence check as well.
Okay.
If you're also confused.
Yeah, I
Darius
can
roll
do it.
intelligence.
Yes,
Huh?
Darius's intelligence is.
Can Darius roll intelligence?
Yeah, he's going to.
Go for it. Dang it.
Okay,
What'd I get?
an 8.
Come on, Rendor.
Can I roll intelligence with
Yeah.
wizard powers?
Yes, you
Yes. Harrison, you're not here.
can. He's trying to
Oh
figure
my
out his watching
gosh! None of us understand this.
TV.
We're too dumb.
No. It's
Wait, can Iris roll an intelligence check?
Sure. Where's Iris?
Can I inspire him?
Natural one incoming.
Can I inspire? I have
No.
inspiration.
You can give her inspiration if you want. What do you say to inspire her? Okay.
Oh my gosh!
It's terrible anyway.
Do you still want to inspire her or not?
Well, sorry, I got phlegm in my throat.
Oh no.
No.
I would say, honestly, I'm drawing a blank. Hang on. I got nothing interesting. I was gonna, you can do it. I don't know.
That's fine.
You can do it.
What's the inspiration dice for your current level?
It's D6.
Go for it.
So a 12. Okay. All right.
Oh, we
So-
all rolled 4.
Yeah. So basically, forward and backward. Oh well, I don't know. The thing that you figure isn't necessarily how they function better, but you know that they're not the only things that you can point the hour hand towards. There can be another point of anywhere on this clock that is the like base and then the response.
Okay. Okay, that's what I figured.
Did we all draw the clock so we have it on our paper?
In the game?
Yeah, I mean, I don't see the clock anymore, so I don't know.
Oh.
I put it in the chat. Here,
Mhm.
I'll put it in the chat again. Does everybody else see it on Roll20?
Yeah.
I see the clock on Roll20 here.
Mm-hmm.
I put it back in the Discord. So I guess right now, just what is the goal that you guys want to achieve?
Well, now that there's some kind of a hole in the comic book, a weird dark page, I want to fix things so that doesn't happen again and we don't make things worse.
I vote we just leave since we keep making things worse.
Okay. What if the base hand is reveals a past consistency, and then I guess would it be the minute hand is you see a future possibility. So we can use what's happened in the past to tell us a future possibility. We can use what's happened in the past consistently to give us a future possibility. But I don't know if that's going to even be helpful, but I think we should try something. So we could try putting the hour hand on always was and the minute hand on could be. That's my suggestion.
It makes sense to me.
Give that a try first.
I think Brian said give that a try first.
Okay.
Yeah. Oh, sorry.
Okay. All right. So I move the hands that way.
Okay. So the hour hand is always was. Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, give me this. Alright. Oh no, don't move the circle. Stop moving the circle. Stop!
This is really funny to be honest.
DieRole, the only TTRPG show where you get to watch the comedy of the DM struggling with Roll20. Okay, and then the other arrow goes to could be.
Yes. We can learn from the past to help us with the future, possibly.
Okay. Alright. Alright. So, and then remember the distinction of, so this will give Iris a vision in this instance because you're pulling from something stable. So her getting a vision and then y'all enacting the vision is a different thing. So Iris, her face kind of goes blank for a minute as things shift once more. And after a few moments, she kind of returns to you all and goes, okay. So, do you remember the old young lady who talked weird? According to Darius.
From the vision?
Yes.
Yeah.
She has been part of what always was because she was the first person to create semi-stabilized, regular use of time travel magic. If we... I see two potential stable options, and it is kind of what she described. If we get her or one of her students here to return this temple and or artifact to its stable state, and they remain willingly within the time loop, it will be safe.
Oh.
If someone else does that, it will be safe. If the time loop is not solved, but abandoned and no more time travel magic is done, it is potentially safe, but this is a place that physically remains somewhere within the actual material realm, so someone could stumble across this.
Uh-huh.
Or if we accept the state it is in now and wait until either we find one of those students in the real world and allow them to interpret this, or if I grow stronger as an oracle, potentially, though that's not a future I saw. That's still just an option I'm offering. Those are all ways that this could stabilize.
So is Taya not one of the students?
No.
Or is she?
Taya was only just... She was an adventurer like you are. And then she realized she was the oracle and things got messy.
How can we find one of these students?
I don't know. One of the options showed us finding them right away. And then one of the options that I saw from the could be showed us potentially meeting them or the old woman herself further into the future, allowing this to just be for now. I think the quick option of finding someone right away requires us to correctly manipulate this, which I don't know if I feel safe doing. And the other option would just take time. Regular time. Regular, non-wonky chaos time.
But it's possible that we can find her.
It is.
At some point in time.
And apparently it's
Or one of her
possible that
students.
Darius and I can leave, which I was surprised by because that was a consistent option. I don't know how that one works.
So we don't. Okay. So it's possible that you guys can leave even in these states.
Maybe if we leave
Along
in
with,
these states, it's actually better because then no one can use the artifact because we're the artifact.
but what happens to the people already here? What happens to us and Taya and Tony?
I don't
All of
know.
them.
She kind of looks over at them. I don't know.
Okay, I have a question, folks. Sorry to interrupt. Where are the hands pointing now?
Always
was
and could be.
and could be, yes.
Yeah.
What? Always was.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like
Here,
8 o'clock.
yes, 8 o'clock and 9 o'clock. They're all here. All here. And Windows Shift S. Okay. There we go. How does everybody feel with this new information?
Well, that makes me just want to leave, and then we can find the old lady eventually. But I just don't know what's going to happen to the rest of them. So, what does everybody else think?
Given our proclivity to well, bumble things around, it seems maybe we're working with things a little beyond our capacity right now. Coming back as stronger, or finding stronger individuals, maybe the more less risky option, perhaps.
Well,
Yeah.
I think the less risky option is just to leave the piece here inoperable. Somebody may find it sometime and figure out how to use it, but
But I
that
think,
gives us time to go find out our stuff.
yeah, I think Iris is right, though. Because you guys are now the artifact, it'll be safe with you because, you're you. Nobody will be able to use it. So I
Yeah,
think,
nobody should be able to find out how to use it if we're not there.
yeah.
Maybe we just need to make sure not to agree on anything. On
Oh.
accident.
Oh.
You know what I mean.
Does it have to be anything?
I don't know. I don't know how it works in the real world. We barely know how it works here.
Well, I say we take these newfound abilities, profit off of it, and go back into the real world.
No. How can
Okay.
we profit off of it? There's no gold
Listen,
here.
there's a way to profit off of anything. Take it from me.
When was the last time you made money doing a job?
Things happen.
We
Okay.
killed some worms.
Yeah, there we go. That was a long time ago, but also things happen.
I don't think it was a long time ago. I think it was like maybe 3 weeks.
You meet a cursed paladin and things change. Your morals change. Things change, Iris.
Cut back to Vincent watching the TV again and another caption above his head. Her morals had not changed.
I love that. All right, so let's figure out how to get out of here. Can we all just, click our heels together?
Or using all of her roll.
Yeah, I'm thinking about it. To
Well,
be honest.
I know you all probably won't like this idea. Like I told you before, when I tried to run through this on my own, dying just reset me as me. And then I could leave. But that's probably not great because you are Pam. You are not a Taya or a Chip or an anyone.
That's actually interesting. If I die, do I become Huh.
I would not recommend you dying here as one. Well, I suppose it's fine because we're all in the book.
but it's really less than ideal, and I think you and Darius being here has maybe caused a lot of issues, because I don't think that there was a version of the Tony before that had wizard powers, but now that there is...
Okay, I'm gonna use a little bit of chaos magic and just get us all the heck out of here, okay?
Do you remember what I said about being careful with that? You can't just... Okay.
Listen, what other option do we have at this point, Iris? You tell me.
Making a stable timeline by choosing events that always have to happen that include... I don't know. Getting us out of here.
But how? Okay.
What is your role? What are you doing?
I want us to all get out of this journal. Everybody that's in this room. And also, I want Vincent to return to us. Because I don't know where the heck he is. I want everybody that's in this room or in this journal. Oh, gosh. Oh, words.
Use your words very careful.
Where's my word? Okay, erase. Okay.
What if we set the clock? What if we just a second? What if we set the clock to always and never was?
Okay, the event became stable and essential, overrides all others. This event person never was. You know, I'm down to try it. Which one is the base event? The event.
I would think the hour hand should point at always.
Okay.
And the minute hand should point at always was.
Or never
always
was?
Was or never was?
Never was, sorry. Yeah.
You know, that makes sense to me.
What are you?
It's almost like there'd be opposition. It would almost be like straight lines from always to never was.
Huh.
What did you say earlier? A dichotomy? Isn't that what a dichotomy would be? Always and never was?
Mm-hmm. Almost like a paradox?
Yeah.
Smart thinking, Darius.
Before we do this, I want you to make a wisdom roll, Darius. I'll roll for you.
Thank you. Let me know what it was, because I can't see anything.
Okay. Are you
other than this clock?
Are you trying to think of a specific event?
No.
So you're just thinking of setting the general categories of always to never was.
Yeah.
Okay.
Trying to see how the thing works.
So you got a 12. I don't know if you want to try to re-roll for that. I don't know what the move is, but you do still have a chaos roll.
I'll use it if... I mean, what do I need to pull this off?
So this is
Game Master, what do I need?
This isn't about pulling this off. This is about understanding what you're about to do.
Okay. What do I have to roll to understand what I want to do?
I would say at least a 15. You got a 12.
Okay.
We can always give you our chaos rolls.
So do you
Can
want to roll
other people try rolling just normal checks to see if they can understand what Darius is trying to do?
Sure.
That's true too. What is it? Intelligence?
A wisdom.
Wisdom.
Anyone who sees him about to... Do you express this plan out loud, Darius?
Yeah.
Okay. And then everyone can make...
I asked everybody, what do you guys think about something that was always and never was? Let's see how that machine works with that.
Fittingly chaotic.
Mm-hmm. Yes. So, Pam, you consider this... You believe that it might depend on whether or not there is an event in mind or an event kind of selected by the clock currently. if the entirety of the category of always is set to never was, and since never was is listed as being the thing that overrides everything else, it might get
Oof.
rid of everything that has been stabilized by always.
Oof.
I mean, kind of like a day there, everybody was celebrating the day the world didn't end.
Huh.
Iris like glares at you for a second.
All right.
So are you gonna do it?
I say I don't know if this is a good idea.
I say it couldn't hurt.
I say it's too vague, and it's like making a vague wish to a genie, and things going horribly wrong. We don't know the kind of magic that we're messing with here. So until we can find out more, until we can,
It's temporal magic.
but it can
That's
have devastating consequences.
I know, but it has to do with temporal things. Always and never was.
So
Those are temporal.
what if it makes everything that we've seen and done up to this point cease to exist? Everything that always becomes never was. We don't know what we're dealing with here. So until we can understand it better, until we can find this woman, until we can find her students, until we can find somebody to explain this to us, we shouldn't touch it at all.
No, I don't think that's true. Because if everything is always and never was, okay, and it cancels out everything that has happened so far, then we're going to end up in the basement of the game store, and Oliver's going to be down there too.
Darius, I think that is extremely wishful thinking. I miss him too. But this is a huge risk that we cannot take. We don't know the extent of this. We don't know the extent of this magic, this world, anything. I want him back too. But we can't risk everything we've seen and everything we've done.
Everything that's happened will just end up back in the book, right? We'll just end up back in the journal, do it again.
But we don't know that. If this magic exists because of him, it has to be more powerful than that.
How about this? We can set the clock to it, and then see if we have a vision. And if we don't agree on it, it still won't happen. And if we do leave, we can leave this here as a kind of a kill switch, a last. If everything else goes wrong, we can always try that, or you can. Because I don't think this is a thing that, I don't know. That would be for you all. I don't think it would help. I don't know.
I guess if it's only a vision, then there's no harm.
Darius?
Yes,
What do you think?
I say yes.
Just don't agree on anything.
I currently don't agree, so that won't be a problem. Because I don't know if this would cause everything I know and love to cease to exist, because...
And she like looks at Rendor for a second and then looks down and goes,
Alright, well, let's see.
"So do you turn it, Darius?"
think so, yeah.
Okay. So you turn to always and never was. And then Iris doesn't have a vision because there is no order to that. But you do. And what you see is like you're looking at this same clock from up above, and you see a crack, fissure across it from top down. And then the arms, when always never was, the arms of the clock time spin and spin and spin. And slowly it zooms out and out and out and out. And you see that same darkness from before, except now, not only the darkness, you see light, the light of an explosion and of violence and of a strange shaking. And somewhere in the far, far distance, you see something that looks like a small globe floating in the air. A place that is and is not. The liminal space of existence.
Wave it.
And-
So are the clock hands spinning like a propeller?
No, because they're switching directions every now and again. They go counterclockwise, they go clockwise, they go counterclockwise. They like bang into each other and like fracture a little bit. It's spinning so fast it looks like there's more of them than there are. But staring out into the void of possibility between existence and non-existence in the vision as you blink, before you blink back into the reality of the time that you're in, staring at Iris and a body that is not her own, staring at a concerned Pam. I think that will be where we end tonight's session. Sorry for going long. Thank you everyone for playing. I hope you had a fun time.
Yes.
Thank you.
Yes.
That was a lot.
I hope the puzzle
Yes, it
isn't too
was.
confusing.
We're getting there. We're getting there.
Alright. Well, thank you everybody.
Thank you.
Hopefully we will find time to play next week, and maybe Nick will be able to play then too. Maybe possibly.
Yeah.
And then yeah, maybe we'll get out of this journal and see what's going on with the island. We'll see where Vincent is. Yeah.
Sounds good to me.
Hey, congrats, graduate.
Thank
Yes.
you. Thank you so much.
You're
I
welcome.
heard the audio of you cheering. So
Oh.
thank you. I'm not sure if you were there for that, but
Yeah.
thank you.
Mm-hmm. Well, thank you everybody. I hope you had a good night. I hope that was enough of a cliffhanger. I know we sometimes usually do a second one, but I think that's pretty good. And I think the slightly uncanonical image of Vincent waving at Darius is very good. And
Oh my god.
yeah, I love you all. Oh my
Nice.
gosh, do you all want to do your
Our-
really special sign off?
Of course.
Of course.
Okay, who wants to count down?
I can't believe it's been so long that you forgot about our very show.
I almost forgot. I was so sad. I was like, how do we end DieRole again? Oh no.
Aww.
Okay, but who wants to count down?
Darius.
10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And
And
that's
that's just how
we
roll.
Roll.
good night, everybody.
Hey. Good night,
Good night, everybody.
Love
Thanks
you.
for
Thank you for
watching.
watching.
Thank you for
Bye.
See you
joining.
next week. We love you.